Let's face it, corporations are always in the market to find skilled and loyal employees. And what better place to find trustworthy and experienced workers than in our United States military? But unfortunately, many of our veterans are lining up in the unemployment line because they're unfamiliar with the culture of the corporate world.
So 6 years you've been looking for a job.
For something more full-time. I've been doing part-time off and on for the past 6 years trying to survive.
U.S. Army veteran Eric Gerard knows that struggle all too well. After 5 years serving our country, the second lieutenant left the military with an honorable discharge after an injury. Since then, he's been looking for a career. He says the military taught him discipline, loyalty, and honor, but not self-promotion or self-marketing.
The reason they don't is the military teaches service before self. It teaches a sense of humbleness and respect, which says you take responsibility for what happens, but you never take praise.
Lita Citroen spent 25 years in the corporate arena, helping CEOs of leading-edge businesses define their brand, understanding their target marketplace, and creating strategies to drive production. And now her books, like The Next Mission, a personal branding guide for the military to civilian transition, and her blog, Lita 360, are helping veterans realize the importance of creating a powerful personal brand and selling that brand to a potential employer.
That discomfort is normal. That discomfort is what every person who is about to take the uniform off feels. So acknowledge that it's not just you, but it is about selling yourself. Because in order to get an employer or a hiring manager to understand that you're valuable, you have to do the hard work for them.
Hard work, like creating a resume that's easy to understand. She says veterans need to explain what they did and how their skills relate to the job they're applying for, without using military jargon or abbreviations.
There aren't many jobs for a sniper in the corporate world. But it's the discipline, it's the ability to work under pressure, focus, patience, the attention to detail. There are skills that are relatable. And if the service member can make that easy for the employer can meet them halfway and ask better questions.
Citroen says she believes God led her to helping veterans. She says a spiritual awakening took place of all places during the halftime show of a Denver Broncos football game on Veterans Day. The team did a tribute to soldiers returning home and what's it like to take off the uniform.
It was like they were having a direct conversation with me. November 9, 2009, sitting at that football game, I do say it was a calling. I mean, he definitely said, this is something you need to do. And there were many times that this got hard. In the last 7 years, it got expensive, right. Self-funding my passion to serve those who've served. But every time I've said, if this is truly what you still want me to do, like you got to make it a little easier for me, it's become easier.
Since then, she's been running her business to help vets. The same is true for former veteran and military transition advisor Patricia Frame. She runs Washington-based strategies for human resources. She says if you don't know what job you want, you can't write a resume that's going to get it. As for that interview, she says it's important for vets to talk about success stories from their military experience.
Something you did, you felt good about, and you enjoyed doing. One story can usually tell something in answer to a question about communication skills, a question about specific achievements, a question about how did you deal with a tough boss, all kinds of questions.
Frame adds new veterans can learn about the civilian world by talking to other vets already in the workplace, or by joining or starting employee resource groups in the area or online. Meanwhile, veteran Eric Gerard says he will use another virtue the Army taught him: to never give up. Another reminder from employment experts: whatever goes online is never private. Employers will often check out social media pages to check out a person's character before any offer is ever made. Eric Rosales, CBN News, Washington.